everybody. Welcome in. WCA3 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy. It is just a little bit after midnight, and many of you tuning in here with us. Appreciate you guys still up here late on this snowy, now early Tuesday morning as we continue to monitor conditions out there and just kind of take a look and assess the situation of how things are across the region. And travel, very difficult out there tonight, especially in rural areas. That's Neal Street, pretty quiet tonight. Usually you'll see, some kind of car driving down there, but look at that, snow-packed Neal Street here. It is quite treacherous in many areas. Let us know where you're watching from tonight, staying up here late on this, again, Tuesday morning. Encourage you to go ahead and chime in and let us know. We'll put the chat on there, and you can throw in your chat. We'll answer some of your questions that you may have as well coming up during this Facebook Live. And we want to hear about your reports as well, what you are seeing in your area. We want to know down to your local street, city, town, and village, what you are seeing. Again, where you guys are tuning in from here today as well. We have been monitoring and checking this storm out all day long, and one person that's been here with us throughout the duration of the event, ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Dickey.
It's been a day, Kevin.
It has been a day, that is for sure. A well-advertised, very living up to its expectations kind of storm that we had with this. Snowfall amounts up to 10 inches in some areas, even close to 11, I think is one of the higher reports, around 10.8 or 10.9, I believe. You were out in it. You were driving in it to here tonight, and in Champaign. We didn't even send you out too far because we didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I went 6 blocks down the road to try and get a burger, and of course I'm trying.
How'd that go?
Trying to get some food out of this. That's how it always goes when there's winter weather. Kevin wouldn't let me go to Gibson City to get a sandwich.
That's right.
But I tell you what, I feel like I'm still half here, yeah, because there's winter weather, Kevin, but I'm almost afraid to drive home in a sense. Kind of went down the block. Those main streets, they're doing a good job on, like Neal, Prospect, University, Kirby, but you hit the side streets, and it gets bad pretty quickly here with that drifting, and it doesn't help that the plows came through, pushed that snow off to the side, but kind of covers the entrance of those streets. So it's going to be a rough while for us. Good thing that Neal Street camera looking pretty quiet right now because folks really don't have to. We've been saying don't go out.
Listen, I'm not looking forward to trying to get home to Mahomet. I gotta get to Mahomet tonight. And like you said, I actually think that once I get to the interstate, I'll be okay. It's getting from here to the interstate. That's the difficult part because like you said, the roads aren't great and the plows, they plowed some of these main drags, but then they throw all that snow onto the side streets and then you try to get through one of those, especially my little car, and I'm going to get stuck. So not looking forward to that. But a lot of people talking about the rural areas and the drifting. I mean, these winds and the light fluffiness to the snow has just contributed to pretty massive drifts out in the country and whatnot.
I'm trying to think in recent memory. I want to say the last time I remember something drifting so bad in rural areas like this, I want to say it may have been back in 2011, the Groundhog's Day blizzard. I remember in Gibson City looking down Route 9 the next morning, and this isn't, I don't think, quite as bad as that, but at a certain point, roads are bad. They're bad no matter if it's, really bad or bad, whatnot. But I can't think in recent years of such a widespread snow event like this that we've had, Kevin.
Yeah, it really is. It hit so many areas. It was interesting, the travel map.
Oh, yeah.
The travel map it's all purple for the state. And, I haven't seen that in a while, that's for sure. I see something interesting there with your the winter weather alerts map. So they must be starting to trim away a little bit of that.
They are, yeah. I just kind of had this
winter storm warning
razzle dazzle behind me. We get it at this point. Yeah, there's a winter storm, but they've cut Fayette, Montgomery, and Macoupin counties out of that, and that will slowly happen. I think they were expiring at midnight. Most of Central Illinois expires, I think, at 6 a.m. if I remember correctly here. Champaign, Decatur, Springfield, down to Effingham. And then Ford, Iroquois, Livingston counties, if I remember correctly, was 9 a.m. Still, though, even though that winter storm warning is expiring, Kevin, those travel impacts, that map you're showing there,
Yeah.
that's probably going to be purple for a while.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, the purple map. I mean, road conditions mostly covered, or totally covered, I should say, across the state. So there's some big time drifts. Somebody in here talked about 4 to 6 foot drifts near Muncie, which is east of here. And so that, wow, 4 to 6 foot drifts, that would be just amazing.
That's east of town here. That's about where some of those 10, 11 inch reports
Yeah,
come in.
Muncie, Fithian area. So here's the thing with the radar, though. Take a look at the radar. I mean, we're far less coverage. I mean, this Dryard is 8 into this. He rode it away. That snow band, and we've got things kind of coming to an end here now, which is some good news. But that Muncie here, we can zoom in here. Muncie, I think I can get that to pop up in here.
That's just the east there. There it is. East of
There it is. Yep, there we go. So 4 to 6 foot drift out in that rural area over there. I bet you that's just oof. Yeah, so a lot of snow fell over there, but things are kind of wrapping up. These were some earlier, and I haven't updated this graphic, but just give you an idea. There have been, but Neoga, and I think some of these numbers are just a little bit off, but this was earlier, I think, when I made this graphic, like 9 o'clock, but you can see 7, 10 inches of snow. I think Champagne's up to 8 now. Neoga's almost up to 11. So that just gives you an idea of some of the snow that we had. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I think too with some of these snow reports too, Kevin, is we're getting these numbers in, and we've got spotters and whatnot that are reporting that. But at the same time, the way this wind works, if we're real honest, your front yard may have no snow, and it may have blown into the neighbor's yard, and they may have a 4-foot drift out there. And so that's why this winter storm warning is continuing, even though the snow is stopping. The winds are still kicking up, and they'll stay up through the morning hours. So if you're out early, the snow plows, Kevin, they cut out in Vermilion and Champaign County. The county plows did, not IDOT, not the city plows, but the county plows. The ones that go down, Dewey Fisher Road, or taking off towards, the Fairmount Blacktop in Vermilion County, Homer Catlin Road, places like that. They're not plowing them because it's almost no point of doing that when they come through with their plows, especially in those east-west roads. You're talking like Monticello Road, the Homer Catlin Blacktop. Those roads like that, you come through and plow it. I shoveled out here up front. I mean, it was like 5 minutes. It was filled back in, Kevin, as far as the snow goes. So these winter storm warnings are staying, even though the snow is done, because the wind is going to keep up. The good news, it looks like the winds will relax a little bit during the daylight hours tomorrow. And that'll give folks to catch up on things, but we think that that's very much going to lead to some travel impacts that extend as we go the morning hours. Still probably the afternoon we'll have spots here. It's going to take time to push all the snow out of the roads and take care of things. So, those plow drivers, if there's any of them watching, Kevin, they may, we tip people at restaurants. How about they tip us meteorologists? They're making a killing.
There you go.
As far as the private ones.
Just a heads up here, we seem to be having some technical difficulties. Our screen's frozen for some reason. I think we've had that issue before.
Chrome or the other one?
Firefox.
Firefox? That's probably, we had that error one time maybe.
Yeah.
So we're frozen. You can't
We're
see us,
frozen. They can hear us. They can hear us.
Here's what it is. It's like the fireside chats that Jennifer Rosca used to listen to for the weather reports way back in the day, right, Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, my
So
goodness.
you can't see us. You just have to listen to us.
You just have to listen. It's like a podcast here. But yeah, it's going to be rough out there through tonight. That's for sure. They're just looking at you, looking at that map right now. But that's okay. They can hear us still pretty
Probably
good.
not a very flattering shot.
It's not terrible. It's not
All
terrible.
Right. I wasn't on TV in the studio mostly today, and Kevin made me shovel his car, so I've got my jacket, my boots, jeans on. I took my snow pants off.
Yeah, I can't wait to go out and see what that looks like here. Yeah, we know we're stuck on Jacob on the map there. I think we got some gremlins in the machine that's not having fun with the snow today
It's
either.
probably so cold out there, the internet even froze.
Yeah, yeah,
It's been chilly.
yeah. It has been. That's for sure. So yeah, this is kind of what we're going to be dealing with here through the rest of tonight. We'll have to watch out for that. The blowing and drifting. We'll see if I make it home.
I think by the time you get home, Kevin, you're gonna have to turn around and come back.
I might. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I should just stay here. Who knows? It'll be an interesting trek, though. I know that for sure.
The station spots you a hotel. You get a reimbursement or something. Hit the nice one downtown.
Well,
Top floor suite.
you say that, but I heard about what some people are charging for hotels in Texas.
Yeah, no kidding. Down there, they're having those rolling blackouts. The electrical utility groups have said, first off, Texas doesn't know how to deal with that cold weather. And so everyone's got their heat turned on super high, and it's not keeping up. They're not primed for the cold weather. Down in Austin, Texas, it felt like -20 today. That's crazy for them down there. This is record cold for Texas as far as it is. What, you shared a picture of Galveston Beach getting snow on your social media. Really big problem for them. So there's 2.3 million people that last I checked were out of power. They're doing rolling blackouts because there's such an energy demand, and they can't keep up with it. So people are going to hotels, and hotels have been sold out, and if they've got a room, they're charging a pretty penny. One of those, Ramada. Am I able to say a name of a hotel in there?
Yeah, you're fine.
Ramada was, pretty pricey. One spot I saw a couple other hotels that were sold out. People are going to these hotels to try and stay warm, and rightfully so. I mean, wind chills of -20, we've seen that. We know it's cold, but we're in Illinois. We're kind of used to this a little bit around here. Down there, I doubt there's many people that have winter jackets in San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
Yeah. Well, since we're pretty much frozen.
Am I still looking at
Well,
the screen?
I actually was able to throw up a full screen of our logo just so they weren't staring at the
It's
same
the radio show.
thing. It's a it's
The late night radio show. Nothing
late
good
night
happens after midnight.
late night podcast here. So I think we'll probably wrap it up here. Let us know again what you've seen. We can go back and read. Well, actually, I can throw up some of your comments.
Yeah, we can throw comments live, right? See
I
those?
can do some comments here, so let's do this. Frozen but can hear you, Amy.
We're frozen too. It's cold out.
Let's see here. From Forsyth. Barely got up the small hump of my street, Daniel says.
Little slopes like that. The bridge under Kirby at Neal.
Yeah.
Just that, cars were getting stuck. In downtown, cars were having trouble under the bridge there on University, where the railroad tracks are. Normally, it's like, that floods with water and people can't get through. But this is snow. That's how crazy it's been.
Route 10 is bad. Let's see here. Rural Oakwood, 11 inches.
That'd coincide with a couple of other reports out there we've had. I feel like the places this winter have been hit hard. Vermilion and Iroquois County, especially Iroquois County.
Let's see, what else we got? Let's talk about the heat wave next week.
Yeah, hey, how about that? We're excited for that, aren't we? We're going to hit 36 on Monday?
36. How about that?
36 on Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
Boy, that's shorts and t-shirt weather, Kevin.
Yes,
I'm going to
it
take a
is.
sick day that day just to enjoy the warm sunshine and heat.
Amy's got her sweet, sweet neighbor. It's plowed her out 3 times already with his lawnmower.
With a lawnmower. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good idea. There's a light powdery snow. We used a leaf blower to blow some around out there. Probably filled back in, though.
Our plow's done for the night. So, yeah, some are. The Champaign Vermilion County Highway departments. But IDOT and all them, they're still out. And I've seen a ton of private snow plows
Private
out
snow
there.
plows are making their seasonal income in this event.
Let's see here. Any closings? Yeah. Yeah, Diane. There are
Yeah, just turn on the
There are a
TV.
lot
You
of-
can see them there.
a lot of closings. Or go to the app. Let's see here. Let's see here. Luke, I left the firehouse after getting a call today and got stuck in the middle intersection. Well, that's not good. Is there another wave of snow coming? Not, but there's another system Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be watching that. Here's a good one. Jana J. I love how the community has come together to help each other out. I've seen so many positive posts with people helping shovel and plow.
That's nice to see these days.
That is nice to see these days. It's very good to see. I heard next week's going to be up 40. Yep, it's possible.
Kevin, some of the data has been really teasing
Even warmer.
even warmer than that. I guess I'll say above 40s,
Yeah.
but maybe not much. We'll see if we make it that far. But hey, the groundhog said 6 more weeks. I think people around here said, nope, we only went 3. And I will, though, Kevin. I remember back in 2013, I was a sophomore in college. In town here, we had spring break at the University of Illinois. The Monday after spring break, we got 12 to 18 inches on the I-72 corridor.
Wow.
So it doesn't mean we're done with winter necessarily. We
Yeah.
can go to April and get some big snows around here. So but this is definitely making up for the lack of it December, January for many of us.
Amy says at least a foot of snow in Tuscola in the country.
I believe it. Drifting, blowing, piling up.
Thank you, plow drivers. Roads between Mattoon and Charleston, I'm sure, not great. They got quite a bit down there. All right, good deal. Well, guys, I'm sorry we froze up on you. Apologies for that. But I think we got the point across. It's nasty out there, and I think we're now going to both attempt to head home for the night and come back tomorrow and prepare for the next round.
Not too big, hopefully.
Maybe, yeah. It should be, it's looking far less than this one, so
I think at this point, anytime we say the word snow, there's probably going to be a
Yeah.
majority of people who are sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I think finally maybe people have gotten their fix, that's for sure. Okay, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe.
Thanks for joining. Welcome to Wagon.
Yeah, thanks for joining. And Amelia and Jack are actually back in the morning, so join them. They'll let you know what the roads are like here in less than 5 hours on the morning show. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll talk to you soon.